Hey everyone, how's it going? I am iamxeracon and I am back once again with another video. And once again actually is Metroid Monday. And as you can see, I am playing Metroid 2, but not regular Metroid 2, not Samus Returns for the 3DS. This is AM2R, as you can see right there, Return of Samus. And also for today Metroid Monday, this actually came in today. It's Dark Samus amiibo. Don't know how well you're seeing that right there. And this just looks very nice. I definitely like having this added to my collection right now. Yeah, so actually let's just get started. So again, the reason I chose this one instead of, instead of like the original one is because of the fact that that game's just so outdated, for one thing, and then also I just really love the gameplay of this one. I love how it borrows a lot of elements from Zero Mission, which I felt had the best controls, even better than Super Metroid, which a lot of people enjoy. I mean, I enjoy Super Metroid too, but I just felt that Samus felt better, and I felt like the controls felt better just because of the fact that even though there were fewer buttons for the game, I still liked the fact that I like the fact that, for one thing, you didn't need to have 2 extra buttons just to aim up and down. Like you can just use like 1 button and then just like point up and down. Like I felt that was better than just having 1 button dedicated to aiming up and 1 button to aiming down. I felt that you should, I like being able to manually point up and down instead of just having 2 shoulder buttons do it. So actually, I started playing AM2R. I started this last year, like late last year, probably like around November-ish. And because I know because it was definitely after I played the Samus Returns on 3DS. Alright, there's the larva. There we go. And one good thing I can say is that unlike Zero Mission, which was really quick and you could just beat it in 1 sing. I mean, you can do it with this game as well, but it's not as easy to do, and it'll still take you some time. Is that there's just more to do in here, and so, like, I think when I first played this, it took me about 6-7 hours to get through, whereas with Zero Mission, I think if I said it, it was probably took me around 3 to 4 hours. And also, with Zero Mission, you can pretty much memorize everything, and that takes a lot of time out. But with this one, I mean, even though it's a remake of the original one, and so there's also new content here as well. It's harder to memorize stuff. Now, one thing I will say is that unlike Samus Returns, enemies in this game aren't as aggressive as they were. Like, these enemies would, like, if you're close enough, they would actively try to attack you, and stuff like that. But other than that, though, like, enemies are pretty much as they would be in any other 2D Metroid game. I mean, as long as they aren't specific enemies that would attack you, kind of like Metroids and certain in like the ice X parasites. Oops, I don't want to waste up my missiles. Also, one thing that's pretty cool is that certain things, I mean, granted there are still things that, abilities that are missing, but like missiles, the morph ball, they're all accessible right away. It's not like in other Metroid games where you have to go and reclaim them and stuff. So you can like learn them all over again. I mean, you're still gonna be learning a lot of old stuff. As you can see, like other elements of, even though there's like original stuff in here, there are sort of like areas that have been borrowed or recycled for use here. Like you see a lot of Chozodia images like this, all right here. This is from Chozodia. That you definitely remember from Chozodia. I think we gotta go down here. Now, like stuff like this though, that's definitely, of course, new, because it wasn't in any other Metroid game, unless it was in Super Metroid. Like maybe the Chozo statues are from Super Mission. There we go. You can actually skip through it. Oops. And if you can find AM2R, I would definitely say go ahead and give it a shot. I mean, it's free after all. I mean, I was a bit surprised I was able to find it just because of the DMCA claim and stuff like that, but yeah, but I was able to find it. Energy tank. And if you're going to use a controller, I think that you shouldn't have any problems with it, just like right off the bat using like a Xbox 360 controller or anything like that. I mean, I'm personally using a Switch Pro controller, but if you run it through Steam automatically, you know, just like adjusts things for you and stuff and does what you need. So if you have like a PlayStation, oops, I meant to do something else. So if you have like a PS4 controller or something like that, you'll be fine. Alright, oh. And one thing also I'll say is that it feels like you definitely get stuff like way sooner than you expect. Like I was so surprised at how soon I got certain abilities and items in this game that it was just like, wow. I mean, don't get me wrong though, like you still got certain abilities pretty early-ish in Samus Returns, but I just feel like certain weapons you still just got earlier, even though the game still does provide a bit of a challenge for you. Whoops. No. Get ready. Nope. Alright. Alright, so I think I can probably clear out. Oops, that was a mistake. I'm looking down at the other one. Oops. Never mind then. Never mind. Okay, now I came in that way. I really hate these things. I mean, seriously. I am There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Boom. Charge beam. And I don't think that this one works as well as I don't think this one works as well as the Zero Mission one, as far as using it as a pseudo screw attack. Maybe we can check and see. Okay, no, that's locked. However, I think this one might also... Oh! This one also, I forgot that this one also does draw in objects. So, I think there's something here. Oh, there we go. That's what to say. This one also, I think, charges faster than the other one. Okay, never mind then. I'll just have to do it the hard way. Oh, never mind. We are not going that way. I'll come back for that stuff later. Oh, never mind. We need to go that way. There we go. Come on. Nope. Alright. Way. There we go. Oh wow, I almost messed that up. There we go. So, oops. Gotta go back up now, I think. I don't think that's... Never mind, we gotta go up. Let's see if we can go up a bit. Yeah, this one definitely charges a whole lot faster than any other charge beam. Yeah, we're getting a lot of super missiles right now. And... something around here. Don't know where it is. There's a control panel that bingo. There we go. I see. So I can't remember if there's like a pattern. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's some, I can't remember what the pattern is. I know there's a pattern that you gotta do. Oops. 1, 2, 3. There we go. First I wasn't certain if it was like you have to keep it charged up long enough, but there is an actual pattern to it. There we go. Alright, so actually, wait a second. Oh, and there's also something around here, not here, but I think in here. Because I actually came in through a different way. So I think there, no, never mind, it's not here. I made a mistake. We have to go back. So I guess my question for this video would be, did you ever enjoy Metroid 2 as far as, I guess, any version? I mean, like, I guess, first off, did you enjoy it at all when it came out? And then the next question would be, overall, no matter which version you played, did you enjoy it when you played it? Let's see here. So, we actually need to go down here. Should be a Metroid around here. Yep. Take that. No. Oh, nice. And let's get ready for another one. It's so much harder in these tighter spaces to be fighting them. Let's see if we can ambush it. You really have to be careful here, because I've died before in these tight spaces. Or, well, not die, but it has been hard. Now, one thing I can actually say about this one is you're not actually locked in the room with the Metroids. That's one good thing I can say. So if you are overwhelmed and you're about to die, you can actually, if you can make it, you can escape and just like come back later. Was that included in Samus Returns? I'm pretty sure that was in Return of Samus, the original version, but I can't remember if that feature was added in the Nintendo remake or not. And these things are pretty smart, like they will actually... Haha, gotcha. Little skunk. Ouch. Come on. There we go. So let's see. What do we need? One more? Two more? No, we should just have one more. And then we can actually leave this area. Never mind. Yeah, this should be the last one then. Do we have enough missiles? We should have enough missiles. Boom. I don't know why I'm jumping. I can just use my charge beam and draw them in. Yep, there we go. And I think that... No, not here. So yeah, so next week is going to be Super Metroid, and then the last week will be Fusion. And I've got quite a few things to say about Fusion, not in a bad way, but just because of, wait, am I going the right way? No, I'm going the wrong way. But just, playing it, like, for the first time and stuff. Now, this is one thing that I can like that no matter which version, of the remake you play, there's always going to be, each one did something different. Like, there's always some new content in there. Can't really. Come on. Come on. There we go. I was getting nervous there. I didn't know how close those walls were getting because the first time I played this, I actually had plenty of missiles to spare, so I was able to blow it up before it actually got to the point of being life-threatening. So that's why I was like, oh my gosh, am I doing this right or wrong, or like, do I have enough time to get out of here? Alright, so there's not really much. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff in here that happens later on in the game. I won't spoil it for you. If you want, like I said, you can again look for a download for this game. They are still available and stuff, so you can still find a download for this. And again, also my recommendation is to run it in Steam, so that way. Actually, why am I doing that? I don't need that. Okay, I can't really see anything there. Come on. Oh, I guess there's nothing in here. Oh crap! Oh, that got me good. I was gonna say, where is everything? The game got me good. There's the... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, like, this is going to be like a sort of new area. Like, there's a lot of stuff here that happens, like... Ooh. Yep, and I'll leave it like that. So yeah, that is Metroid 2, or in this case, AM2R. That'll do it for today, everyone. Again, let me know in the comments section below, A, did you enjoy Metroid 2 when it originally came out on the Game Boy Advance? And B, do you enjoy Metroid 2 in general, like, no matter which version of the game you've played? And with that being said, I am iamxeracon signing off. Have a good one.